Good evening, everybody. How we all doing? I see we have one viewer. Well, I don't see our usual suspects here yet. That doesn't mean they're not coming. Give everybody a few more minutes. Sorry for the late start. A certain little cat decided it's like, no, I want to sleep here. So I had to coax him off to go sleep on my bed instead. Ah, wait, shit. There is one thing I forgot. Fuck. 1 second. No! I'm gonna just keep the door open. I'm gonna just keep talking as I walk away. I'm back. Alright. Now, let's see, yeah. There are some weirdos that I follow on YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Alright, let me get the camera. Hi, Rajanka. How you doing? We're just getting the camera set up real quick. Come on. Hi, Lurka. And yeah, meditation's good, Rajanka. Alright, let's get camo up and running. We have to move Beelzebub over here. We're gonna put this on the shelf for now. And Godzilla can stay there. Always allow. We say this every time. There we go. Well, how was everybody's weekend? Anybody do anything fun or interesting? I know Lurka said he was going to be trying to play some Warhammer this weekend. And I'm going to need more accelerant soon. But I don't think we're going to need it for tonight. Alright. I think we've got everything set up. I'm just going to clean my glasses real quick. And then I'm half expecting a usual suspect to pop their face in soon. I did. Lost by 10 points. Dang. Well, still, not bad. Alright. Play gloves. And I gotta reset my model real quick. Because when I'm staring straight out, there we go. There we go. Does this help? Surprisingly, yes, it does. It just has no eye tracking. Too dark. Alright, I think we're almost there. Funny thing is, I'll be able to have a camera stream soon for the printer once I can get it all set up and running. Before you ask, that's hot cocoa. I just didn't have a lot of powder left.
Les ailes de la mort.
The fuck did you just say? Alright, so I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to paint first. I feel these need to be fleshy with some kind of like purple stuff going on with their hands here. These might be the easiest ones to paint. These kind of feel like just alternative displacer beasts. Which means we're probably just going to do probably do some Gravelord Grey with a black wash. I'm not really sure what these bugs are giving the vibe of. These guys, though, oh, sorry. 3 of these Displacer Beast characters. These guys, though, I need to go look up the creature from Borderlands, the pre-sequel. These very much feel like those things. I don't know what these ones are giving off. It's kind of got like a Mind Flayer thing going on, so more purples. Are they the Wings of Death? They're kind of like corpse collect. In fact, I think these are corpse collectors. These kind of feel like a porcelain doll thing going on. I don't know what vibe she's giving off yet, or this guy. I mean, he's got robo arms, so that's kind of easy. Leather jacket, jeans. Not sure. Her, I'm not sure on. And Nerdy Girl's kind of got an obvious thing. Ah. And Nerdy Girl, I'm not exactly sure on. So, I think we'll leave the name. I think we'll leave the player. Fucking inflation. One second. I need to look up what those borderline. I feel like we need to start with the rock creatures because they're going to kind of be the easiest because they're all going to get painted the same. I want those specific fucking creatures. Come on. I just want a picture of them because I know what they vaguely look like. They're like a purplish thing. I don't want a fucking video. Okay, Lurka, what is the name of the creatures that are the equivalent to Skags in the pre-sequel? The creatures on from the pre-sequel, not the creatures you fought in the moon that look kind of vaguely like this. Because they're the pre-sequel's equivalent to Skags. God damn it. To be fair, I don't blame you. The pre-sequel kind of made some characters really not likable. Those are Pandora. That is also Pandora. I just need a fucking reference picture. I mean, I could be thinking of the Spiderants. But those are on Pandora. These things specifically had like a unicorn horn thing going on. Of course, the game's being dumb now. What the fuck is... Oh, that thing. I just saw a boss and I was just like, oh, fuck that thing. Yeah, I don't... Okay, that's more of a reddish purple. I could go with that. There's a similar creature I just saw. It's not what I'm remembering, and I'm not going to go hunting for this thing for another 40 minutes. So we're going to paint these things up. I think what we're going to do is we're going to paint them up. With a... I think we're going to paint these guys up with... I think we're going to paint... So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to paint 3 of them up red and 3 of them up purple. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a bone white. We're going to take a bone white. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just see how they look. Just with a straight up everything on it. Let's do the purple ones first, because they're going to be the easier ones. That's the thing. They don't look like crab worms, and I don't remember the crab worms being... I remember fighting crab worms in the first... Well, well, well. Somebody's late.
1 second. Now I can hear it.
Hi. Okay, did you play the Borderlands pre-sequel?
No.
Am I the only person who has actually played that? And kind of enjoyed it? Although I still hate what it did to, like, a couple of characters.
Again, I played the one where the lady with the galaxy tattoos stopped doing what she was doing. Something siren or whatever.
Red hair?
Blue hair.
Oh, that's 3. Well, okay, okay, did she die or did yeah, no, so that would be 3.
She didn't die, no.
Oh, then it's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got a video in front of me, the Valentine's Day Gobbo.
Nice. I was about to say, to be fair...
Looking forward to painting her.
To be fair, Lurka, once you play the pre-sequel, you almost start... So, if you play the pre-sequel, you almost start to like Jack. Because you understand where he's coming from. He's still a dick, and he still deserves what he gets in the second game. But you come from a place of you understand why he has the hatred he has for the Vault Hunters. Because if you don't care about spoilers, I can talk about the pre-sequel. If not, then I'm going to recommend go play it.
I don't care.
I know you don't, but I want everybody in the chat to agree you don't mind me talking about spoilers for a game that came out... Sorry, let me just make sure that I have the when this game got released, so I don't care that I'm spoiling it.
This mini's gonna be fun to paint.
A game that came out in 10 fucking years ago. Fuck.
Welcome to the fact that you're old, Nami.
Okay, so basically, for most of the pre-sequel, Jack is... he's showing signs of being like how everybody else is on Pandora, where he's crazy. But for the most part, he's wanting to use Hyperion to stop whatever the fuck is going on. Because there's something bad that's about to happen. I forget exactly what it is, but basically it's... They had opened up one vault, and there was a bunch of other problems happening with another vault. So... Jack is trying to help you guys. Is trying to help the main characters from the first game. Right up until they realized how the super weapon on Hyperion, which has been hijacked by this group of militia. Basically, they were perfectly fine with him having a super weapon until they realized it was using the eye from the destroyer from the first game. They had...
Isn't that always the case?
Yeah. So, they were just like, we can't let Jack have this much power. So what they do is, Lilith and Moxie fuck over Jack by destroying this weapon and basically fucking him over. So, in doing that, he basically... Because Roland even states, I'm sorry we have to do this, Jack. I wish there was another way. Roland tried to wipe his hands of this. He's like, I don't agree with this. This isn't right. The guy's been helping us the entire time. To be fair, then Jack and the 4 people he has help working for him, which is a pre-brain-wiped Claptrap. I forget all their names, but the guy, you fight him earlier on in the game. He's the cyborged up dude who's hunting you down. You basically, the pre-sequel, all the bosses that are fighting for Jack or with Jack, you play as one of them, or Claptrap. And yeah, so what happens is at the end of the game, Jack and your team are able to get to the vault before the Vault Hunters from the first game. And they start using this thing that can show the future. The problem is, Jack's not able to see the whole future. He's only able to see bits and pieces. But before he can fully see the future and understand he's basically on a path of self-destruction, Lilith punches the icon into his face. The vault icon.
Yeah.
That's why in 2 he's got his face, what looks like his face stretched over his face. And why he's got that weird burnt-in vault symbol. Lilith punched it into his face.
Oof.
Yeah. So he basically blames Lilith, Moxie, Roland, and all the other guys.
Yeah.
For everything. Like, he was willing to work with the Vault Hunters. He probably would have been willing to deactivate the thing if they came to him and talked to him about it. Or at least figure out a mutual benefit, a mutual way to use it for everybody.
Yeah.
But the fact that they betrayed him, he basically just went full psycho after that.
Makes sense.
He's not a good guy. There is no question of that. But understanding that it's like he feels betrayed by these people he thought he could trust because they themselves are psychos.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you almost feel bad for him, but he does bring a lot of this upon himself because he willingly put his daughter inside that machine that basically forced her to use her siren powers as he wanted her to. Well, as Hyperion wanted her to. But of course, he became the head of Hyperion after he launched all the executives out of an airlock. And you watch that scene. And that was actually one of the turning points for the Vault Hunters as they go, yeah, this isn't right. Like, we're all for killing and taking power, but it's like you just basically killed these people with no remorse. You didn't give them a fighting chance. Like I said, Jack does not deserve... Jack deserves everything he gets into.
Yeah.
But I do like that the pre-sequel and Tales of the Borderlands do kind of humanize him in a way where he at least is funny, but still a dick. Because he still has one of the best fucking interactions in the Tales of the Borderlands game. You and the characters are escaping from somewhere, and you say something to Jack with the main guy, and all of a sudden it says, "Handsome Jack will remember that." And he looks up and he goes, "The fuck is that?" And he points right at the symbol.
So the fourth wall breaks. Good to know.
He does it a couple of times, but that's the funniest one because he actually acknowledges the, wait, what the fuck was that?
So how are you enjoying the Splatoon DLC, by the way?
I did not get to play it over the weekend. I was busy doing some stuff.
Ah, shit.
I.e., I am now staring at 2 of my 3 bookshelves that I need to start filling with stuff. One of them's got a ton of my DVDs and video game cases, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. Where the fuck am I going to put the physical cartridges for, like, the older games?
Fair enough.
Because I don't have a bookshelf for those.
I've completed almost all the weapons. I'm trying to unlock the final weapon. Because there's no shot that you have to do the entire DLC with all the weapons in Marina. Just, I'm not going to say anything. I already said enough.
Alright, I need a good...
I'm just overthinking it most likely because I still haven't done my first run. Well, not first run up the tower again with a different weapon. So anyway, yeah.
I'm looking
Looking forward to you playing that a little more.
Yeah, I meant to put that for this week instead of Pseudo-Regalia.
Yeah.
But speaking of...
Excuse me.
I can probably do the poll here, and then we'll do a different poll on Twitter to see what we get. Although I'm planning to try and start at, like... Do I not have a contrast red? I thought I did.
And you need to upload that one to YouTube as well.
Which one?
The one you did on Thursday, YouTube.
Did I not do that?
No. Last I checked, there was nothing new on your YouTube. Unless you just uploaded it when you got home, because I may have not actually looked since I couldn't find it this morning.
That didn't give me a second. It...
Well, good thing you have me around, huh?
Well, to be fair, it's one of those things where it's like, meh. I changed the name! Oh, I forgot to change that too. Fuck. Well, no, I just looked over and I saw the name of this podcast, and I'm like, shit. There. Right, I was gonna do it, and then some stupid stuff happened.
Yeah, because you haven't uploaded the pseudo regalia where I made the stretchy goblins joke.
I thought I did, but
The last thing on here was Wednesdays.
was that the 20th?
The 27th.
Honey, today's the 26th.
Yeah, you mistitled that one.
That's why I said, was it the 20th?
Oh no, that was December of last year. The 27th of last year.
I fixed it.
I was looking at the wrong one. Never mind.
I fixed it. I fixed it, Wolfie.
Okay, yeah. Now I see the two recent ones: the pseudo regalia and then the paint with friends from the 21st.
I don't know. Things are dumb. I'll figure it out. Marking Wolfie 45 says, "Hi Shiny, I hear a shiny voice."
Hello. Yeah, the statue doesn't let me talk all that often.
The what?
A certain demon boy by the name of Micah Igneous. And watch now that I've said his name, he's got Beetlejuice in the chat, no on my luck.
No, you had to say it 3 times. So Micah Genuous.
Nani.
Mm-hmm.
It's an inside joke. King.
To be funny, I was about to go, Mike. Well, how about we do this instead?
And sorry about that, my phone got a notification. Don't know if you could hear that, but yeesh.
No, but something that I ordered came in, and I'm now going to have to get it ready for Wednesday.
That being,
the temptation to set it off right now while it's near the microphone.
Did the paint aid finally get fully funded?
No, I just said fuck it. I noticed that they had Klarma, and I was like, ooh, I'll buy it with Klarma. And I thought I set it up. And I thought it did it. And then PayPal went, hey, fuck you. And I was like, I said Klarma. And they said, fuck you. So that's why I said I need some commissions to make up the difference of what I just did.
Well, if I find a mini that I want you to paint, I will let you know. So far, from what I've seen by the teasers from Twin Goddess, yeah, those are not going to be worth it.
To be fair, you could have me paint up that Jiggly Sticks X-Maniac.
Sure. The industry standard's 50, so...
What?
For a commission piece.
You've seen my commission prices.
I know, but I'm being kind. Paying you way more than I need to. Besides that, just get some art with the other bit of it.
I know you're working on it, Lurka. 1 second to answer your question, Wolfie. You have now made me have to go grab something, or at least I hope I have it where I think it is. Damn it. don't see Brother Lurkus, which is concerning, but I do have a little proof. To answer your question, yes, I will paint dreadnoughts and stuff. This is actually my dreadnought for my successor chapter. So, it's supposed to be a simple paint scheme so that I can batch paint them. I was looking for Brother Lurkus because he's kind of painted up more like a... if you follow my card.co, my basic commission prices are there. It all comes down to the mini and paint scheme you want done. Most of the time, I'm going to probably say for something like this, it's probably going to be $40-50, maybe more. It all depends on what paint scheme you want. If you want a simple one like this where it's like 3 or 4 colors, it's probably going to be on the cheaper end. The thing Shiny wants me to do is a slightly bigger model, and I don't have anything I can show that's about the right size that is Twitch safe.
The Diva.
The Diva is not safe. The Diva is questioning it.
You painted it on Twitch.
I did. I painted it. I painted fucking There's a few things I painted on Twitch that I probably shouldn't have painted on Twitch. I wouldn't say she's as big as Diva. Diva's like anime figure size. Which, speaking of, this would be about anime figure size.
Yeah, I still need you to have you print off that Justice.
Honestly, I've meant to get all of Rush's versions of the Helltaker girls. And yes, you can. In fact, you can also join the server if you want.
I got it.
Well, I put there's a link in the server in the card.co.
Right. I forgot you got rid of that command, even though I'm a mod.
No, I blasted that out of existence because I don't trust having it right now. It's probably safe to bring back.
That would have done the trick too.
Well, it probably would have been safe to bring back now, but I just don't feel like regulating it.
Yeah. Is that the metallic speed paint?
Nope. This is just a Fire Giant Orange, which we're going to do as the base coat. And then once it's dry, we're going to put on some of the horns and stuff. We're going to take Blood Angel's Red. Because I kind of want to try and do a different effect with these guys. The purple ones are kind of just going to stay purple. With a black wash.
Or Druchii Violet.
I could do that. The problem is with these guys, they vaguely remind me of the equivalents to Skags from the pre-sequel. And the problem is I can't remember what they're called. And I probably know who would know them. But he just went to work, so I'm not going to go bug him right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That command doesn't work, hon. It's in the card.co. Oh,
Wolfie's not a bot.
Do I know card? Did I not put card on there?
No, you didn't. I don't think.
I thought I did. Because I thought I changed the website from the old Ninja Star Fox production ones to that.
Yeah, because all we see is Throne, website, YouTube, and VODs.
Well, that's why
TikTok, and Twitter.
that's what I was about to say. The website I thought was that. I thought I changed it from Ninja Star Fox Productions to Card.co. So many people painting.
Yeah, I see it.
Shiny, I'm coming for you to cuddle you tight.
Man, not right now.
That's what he said.
Sweaty bitch from working out.
Oh look, TwitchCon Europe.
Imagine being able to look forward to playing to Europe at this time of climate.
Well, if you're buying a ticket right now, yeah, maybe. Did I switch the card? Did I switch to Card Co, or is it still Ninja Star Fox? No, I did switch to Card. Yeah, if you click that Discord button, it should let you right in. Discord app launched. Continue to Discord. This is where I'm going to find out the code broke.
Which is entirely possible.
Yeah, it looks like it should be working. I don't see anybody in the waiting room. I'll leave it to be for now. Which one? The Wolfie is confused. I don't know where it... Okay.
Go down into the About section.
No, I'm gonna just do something. There. So my commission prices are in the website. If you go to my website, that's where the commission prices are. Or at least the general prices are. Oh, one thing about the pre-sequel that is kind of sad but hilarious. They almost make Claptrap likable.
He's like Jack.
Well, okay, so in the first game he wasn't so bad, but the second game they're like, how can we make him as annoying as fucking possible? But the pre-sequel explains why we made him as annoying as fucking possible. Because Jack basically blew up his fucking brain. Alright, Wolfie, that should be everything. If not, let me know if nothing works. And thank you for the stretch. And I meant to do the hydrate, and I will do that in a second. Although I think Shiny needs a hydrate.
Yeah. Probably gonna get one here in a minute.
I don't know why I'm painting so close to a model that I need for my army. Well, the thing is, that's not Brother Lurkus, which is the one I'm more happy, which is the one I care more about.
I want to get into Tau, but some of the Tau models are expensive.
It's Warhammer. It's all expensive. What you do...
Get a painted Gazol Thraka from my army.
What you need to do, if you really, really want to start collecting, either get a start collecting box or whatever they're called now. I think they're called combat patrols now.
Yeah, but I don't think you can get a named character in a.
You won't, but you don't want to. You don't need the name character to initially start. What you do is you get the combat patrol to see if that's how you. To test how you want to paint them. And then once you've gotten comfortable painting them, then you start getting like the named characters.
Fair. Well, that was me more so asking how much would a painted Gazville cost me from you.
Depends. Do you want him painted up in like grime punk style, or do you want him painted up in a specific style?
Like he is in the book.
So black armor with the checkerboard thing on his shoulder pad.
Yep.
Okay, that's kind of easy. The checkerboard's the annoying part. He's actually not that hard to paint. It's just that stupid checkerboard and a couple of other things. There's a reason why I did mine up in grime punk. I just didn't have a good black wash to put over the metal, so it still kind of came out metallic. If I were to repaint him, I would do what I did. You should pay it in Walmart. What? Oh, paint it in Walmart colors? That would be funny. To be fair, if any faction should be painted up in Walmart, it should probably be the Lords of Votan, because they are capitalism. Well, so some people argue that the Tyranids are capitalism, but they're more of nature than anything. They're more of a representation of nature, basically fighting back against the universe. Because a lot of their stories kind of are man versus nature. Whereas the Leagues of Votan, their whole thing is they... Honestly, if they sell towels if they sold Warhammer models at Walmart, I would say probably go there, but I also say if you're going to buy minis, you should go to a mom and pop shop first.
Meep.
Meep. Meep, 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 meep.
God dang it, not me.
Oh, I'm very happy. Because of all the... Yeah. I try not to buy from big box stores like that for things like that, because I'd rather give my money to a mom and pop shop who needs the money. I very rarely buy directly from GW unless I have to. Plus, if you get to become a good enough customer with those mom and pop shops, they'll probably give you better discounts than GW will ever give. But what I was about to say is I'm very happy. I found a couple of things I...
BRB.
Yeah, I found some things I've been looking for since I moved up here, so it's like I'm very happy. Where's my Droopy Violet? Is this it? No, that's Flesh Shade. But yeah, if Walmart's your only place you can buy from, I'd say go ahead and keep buying from them, but look for mom and pop shops first. Sorry, I'm trying to play. Oh, they finally opened the store. So I upgrade my friend. Ooh, very nice, Lurka. And also, very nice for the Warhammer shop opening up for you. I think we need to blackwash the underbelly of this thing. Oh god, don't tell me I'm running out of blackwash. The nice thing is, since these are meant to be like expendable enemies for a board game. What happened, Wolfie? Okay, let's get the blackwash on all these first, and then... How are you done? Alright. Honey, it's okay. What happened? Alright then. Now you have me concerned that you hurt yourself. Oh. Yeah, it sucks when that happens. Hmm. I'm not sure how I feel, but like I said, they're board game monsters, so I don't feel too bad. I just don't know if they're accurate to what they're supposed to look like, or if I'm just kind of going, screw it, I'm painting them as I want. I think at the moment I'm going, screw it, I'm painting them as I want. Alright, let's get the Blood Angels out. And paint up the other ones and see how they look. I feel these ones are going to come out a little bit better just because they've got a nice little two-tone thing going on. I think this might work, and I still might blackwash the rest of the underbelly. You can use them as a game. You can use, this is one of those games where you can clearly tell. Yeah, it comes with game mechanics to learn and play, but these are clearly meant to be proxies for different games and systems. Like, I could very clearly use some of these creatures as like alternate variants of creatures for like D&D and stuff. This is kind of one of those. It's definitely a dungeon. It's looking at the setting. It's very much could be used as proxies for a lot of D&D stuff in Pathfinder. Because these very much feel like creatures that you would see in the Underdark, for sure. once again we have this problem of these guys don't feel like this purple doesn't always work right. I need to turn some servers off because they're blinking too much. Go ahead, Wolfie. I'm going to need to thin a little bit of this down. Because I want a lighter purple in the back. In like a part of the back. And it's not doing what I was hoping. I should have used contrast medium so this would go on better. What's your question, sweetie? Depends on the Dreadnought, depends on the paint scheme. Yeah, it really depends on the Dreadnought, the paint scheme, and how fast you want it painted. It's not going to be all this. Okay. That's something I'd probably have to talk to you over DMs about, just because I'd need to get like some finer details from you before I can ask anything. Because I also need to know if you are in the US or if you're out of the country, because I need to know how much shipping is going to be costing for you too. Oh, then there's no problem. It's going to be like 5, 10, maybe $15, I think. Yeah. Well, it's going to be somewhere between $5, $10. It might be closer to 15 just because it's 3 Dreadnoughts. Unless I use a flat rate box, and then that's kind of a different story. Problem is, a flat box rate has to pay for it. I tend not to use flat box rates unless I know the shipping is going to be over like the price of whatever the flat rate box is, because yeah. Hit me up in DM me and we can discuss further on that kind of stuff, because I can't give exact prices until I have some general ideas. I can tell you each one's going to be somewhere between 30 to 50 bucks each, give or take the quality of paint scheme. If you're wanting like masterclass, that's going to be probably even more than that. And if you want them like super speedy, that'll also kind of change the prices up too. But yeah, just hit me up when you're ready for that kind of stuff and we can figure that part out. I don't do these commissions professionally enough to have them be my like full-time job, so it's gonna be just more of, I'll give you like an estimate of what I think it'll be. I would like to turn this into a full-time job, but then I actually have to start tracking my taxes and everything, and that's annoying. Alright, I'm not sure how I feel on these bugs. I think I'm liking the red ones better, but I'm not repainting both these guys. I'm trying to think of that one little thing to add to make these just pop that little bit more. The red one's close to what I want. Where is it? 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 Glossy varnish. I have an idea. Yeah, no, that's very fucking terrifying. I'm wondering if this is going to actually go the way I'm hoping. To be fair, I heard an interesting theory about Angron, where Angron is a part of, since all the suns are like aspects of the Emperor, Angron is his form of justice, or like he's one of the parts of the Emperor he doesn't like about himself, which is why he doesn't try and do anything to help Angron. Because you're telling me this guy who has all of this technology at his disposal cannot remove this thing that is preventing his son from having like a normal life. But then again, in that same book, the Emperor does talk about how he doesn't see the Primarchs as sons, he sees them as tools. So, of course he's not going to fix a tool that can work more to what he wants it to do. Oh, this... that's the thing, they don't really look like spider ants, because spider ants are like worm crawly things. These aren't the worm crawly things. They are... This is why I was saying, in pre-sequel, there's creatures that look almost exactly like this. Now, maybe it is spider ants and I'm just remembering them wrong, but... The Emperor thinks he's Leto the Third, when in reality he's the Emperor. He's the Emperor with no clothes. Maybe they are spider ants then. Okay, weird. Yeah. Wolfie, to be fair, if the Emperor had just had like a modicum of more compassion for all of his sons, half of the Horus Heresy wouldn't have happened. Or half of the shit during the Horus Heresy wouldn't have happened. Like, the Emperor knew one of his sons was going to eventually betray him. He assumed it was going to be Lorgar, because Lorgar is the one he beat the ever-living shit out of in front of the rest of the sons to teach them all a lesson, but specifically Lorgar to basically teach him no more religion. And of course, Lorgar and Erebus did all the shit they did that caused the Horus Heresy to happen in the first place. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of spider ants. I don't know why. I thought there was a creature in... pre-sequel. What do we think? Did the glossy varnish help these guys at all? Here's a better question. Do we like them? Okay. I have no idea what to paint the bases up at the moment. I should use a technical, but none of the technicals are going to look good. In my opinion right now. Do I have a Martian? Get over here. Hey, we've got Martian red. Alright, let me get the terrain paste on, and then we will decide what else we're going to paint from this pile. Because we might paint up the little dogs, because they're going to just be black with a glossy. I can tell I am right above my fucking kitchen because I keep smelling bacon. Because the dinner I've been making uses bacon as a topping. I would need to see what you're talking about, but that sounds interesting, Lurka. Oh, it's on my list. I just don't think my PC can handle it, and I don't think my older Xbox can handle it. But it is on my list. To be fair, if that gets funded, I might be getting a new PC a little bit sooner. We'll see. To be fair, if I get my hands on a newer Xbox, I would probably start playing it really soon. Because that's more likely to happen, is me getting my hands on an Xbox. I never played the first game. From what it sounds like, this is one of those games where you don't need to do that. I saw, sweetie. I'll take a look in a second. I like those. Yeah, they're not supposed to be spider ants, but I'm going to call them spider ants because they look like it. Alright, let's see what happens with this one being straight, just black paint. Another one might get blue and then black washed. This one's going to be straight up with a grim black with a glossy. This one is going to get... This one, I'm going to look for a dark blue. We're then going to give it a black wash and then a glossy. And this one, we might do the same thing, but with red. Well, we're going to take this Grim Black and thin it down and put it on top of that. Why the fuck is it playing Christmas? God, I know the feeling, Lurka. Just when I thought this month was going good, some stupid stuff happened. Now it's just like, meh. But to change the subject to something better, because I was going to start trying to talk about community night. Of the options that I put on there, what sounds good to everybody to start the night with? Because I'm willing to try and play all those games because I have the night off, so we could switch between games like once an hour or so, or every couple of hours. Just so everybody gets a chance to come and join and play something. I put Smash Brothers, Mario Kart. These are the new Switch. These are the ones on the Switch. I think we put Lethal Company, which I'm going to need to talk to some people and get some mods specifically for that. I put Minecraft as an option. The problem is I haven't had access to my Minecraft stuff in forever. So, that might have to wait till the next time we have a community night so I can set something up. Well, what games do you have? This is why I was trying to get everybody to make some suggestions the last couple of days. So then I could put on Twitter the top 4 options of what's going to happen so people can join. Sorry, I have to look something up real quick. Because I could have swore a certain somebody had gone through the Yes, except cookies. We do this every fucking time. Why did they change their shit again? Oh god, this looks nasty. Oh, okay. Monster Hunter Rise, Sunbreak, and Pokemon. Fair enough on those. Okay. Fellhand did kind of go... Fellhand's weird. He went through Primaris, I guess? The fuck is with that face? Yeah, I'm having 2 conversations at once, and I'm kind of responding to it here. I could have sworn they had a Primaris Dreadnought. Yeah, they do. Well, they also have Fellhand. They have a Venerable, apparently. I know they've got that new, it's not a Dreadnought, but it is a Dreadnought. I forgot they had a Stormfang. Yeah, they don't have a Ballistus. Apparently they do have a Ballistus. Yeah, they've got Murderfang, which is just an alternative version of Fellhand. They've got a Venerable. I really could have swore they had a Primaris one. Weird. Okay. Yeah, and Chaos just has the Hellbrute, it looks like. I don't see an actual Chaos Dreadnought. Although, to be fair, you could consider the Daemon and the Chaos Decimator to be probably one. I really could have swore there was one. There used to be, and that's probably one of the ones that got retired. You've got all, the problem is Chaos has got all the Demon engines. Yeah, the closest you can get is the Hellbrute. Because technically, all the Chaos, all the Daemon engines are technically some vehicle or dreadnought or something just allowed to fully convert into a fucking Demon engine. If I remember right. Wait, no. The Combat Patrol has one. The fuck? Yeah. That's fucking annoying. The Chaos, the Combat Patrol box? Okay, so I am talking. So Wolfie wants me to paint 3 different dreadnoughts. And I was trying to tell him it's like I could have swore Space Wolves had their own dreadnoughts. I could have swore Salamanders did. But I just looked at the fucking Combat Patrol for Chaos Space Marines, and the Chaos Space Marines Combat Patrol has a dreadnought. But they don't have that dreadnought separately. You have to buy the Combat Patrol. Because that's not like a Demon engine. That is clearly a dreadnought. To be fair, the coffin has probably the human inside the coffin has exploded out and is taking over. Oh no, they're getting rid of they're going to update the Noise Marine. Because the Noise Marine is online exclusive because he's still got the old green base. So he's probably getting updated soon. Well, Space Wolves are weird. They have their own, but they don't have a Primaris one, it looks like. Because they have one like Brother Lurkus. The old Venerables. But they have Fellhand, who looks like he's gone through Primaris. Because he's fucking huge now. Or he's just a named character, so they have him on a better looking base. But then they've also got the... Yeah, they've got their own Venerable, and then they've got Murderfang, which is a variant of Fellhand. Yeah, well, he's got a better looking base, and he's got variants to where you could take off... Let's see here. Is Murderfang the same? Because Murderfang doesn't have the loincloth. And I'm not surprised that the Salamanders don't really have one, because... did I not click on Salamanders? Yeah, the Salamanders have had their asses beat enough times that it doesn't surprise me that most of their shit is now Primaris. And you just paint them up in the variation. Yeah. Almost all the Salamander stuff is gone. Go for like key characters like fuck, they only have like the upgrades and transfers. Captain Vulcan Hastan and Adrex Agaton. Fuck, do the White Scars not have anything? To be fair, the White Scars I don't think have Dreadnoughts. I've gotten onto a complete tangent because it's like, wait a minute, who all has shit still? Wow, not even the fucking Iron Hands have anything. To be fair, you can't really get rid of Fellhand without, like, completely killing him off, so it makes sense why he's still around. Did the White Scars have anything other than just the transfer? Well, at least they've got the transfer stuff. Oh shit, that sucks. Okay. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, Wolfie, definitely think about it, figure out what you want to do, and then we can chat about it. Because you obviously don't want to jump in on this, because it's like, if it's going to cost you... If it's something you're not willing to pay for, you obviously want to make sure everything's all what you can do. Okay, this one will just be glossy. This one's going to get a blue wash. Oh, by the way, Wolfie, these are from a game called Madara. It's kind of a Japanese RPG meets tabletop game, where you're pretty much crawling through dungeons and stuff. There is some story and narrative. For the most part, you're fighting an evil lich that's causing problems. At least the base game, that's what you're doing. I think the add-ons add like other stuff. But like the end of the game is always fighting that lich. It's like a 50-pound box of stuff though. Because it comes with like dungeon tiles, it comes with its own special dice, it comes with special mats for your players to use to track points and stuff. It is in depth. But yeah, switching back to Warhammer, Fellhand is fun in lore because he's basically like one of those few dreadnoughts that existed pre. He was a Space Marine pre-heresy. He met Leman Russ. He is one of the ones who basically... He's like the second or third most important person on Fenris when it comes to the Space Wolves, because he has knowledge that these guys don't have. Apparently, he's also one of the few people who knows how to make the Fenrisian ale, which is like the one thing that can get a Space Marine drunk. And he's like one of the few people who knows how to make it. Is it? Oh yeah. It would be those two. I just know he's the most important person in the building. He's not the leader, but he is one of the most important people when it comes to like the knowledge of like how shit works. Okay then, sweetie. See, the nice thing is, since these are meant for tabletop, I don't need to put my A game into them. They just need to be good enough to where when you're looking at them on the table, it's like, oh wow, that looks really cool. I'm trying to remember. There's a couple of interesting dreadnoughts that are still kicking around. I know there's at least one that canonically met the Emperor and fought with him. At some battle. I know there's... Funny enough, there is a... The Lamenters have one, somehow. And he thought he was the last Lamenter for a long-ass fucking time. Like, I think he went to the point where he joined the one... He joined the one group where the whole thing of that Space Marine group is they just collect up broken... They just basically collect Marines whose chapters have been lost, so they just kind of are like, well, you need a chapter to fight with, so fight with us until you find more of your chapter members. Or until you die. Fuck. Who has the weird one? There's somebody who's got a dreadnought that's been around for a long ass fucking time. Space Sharks are weird because they're one of those successor chapters who's canon but not canon. If I remember right. Like, because one of their loadouts, because their loadout for their dreadnoughts isn't canon anymore, not dreadnoughts, their Terminators isn't allowed anymore and is only a Legends thing, I don't know. So that's kind of the problem. At the moment right now with GW and how they're treating their models and stuff, it feels like they're planning to do a refresh soon on a lot of models, so who knows what the hell's going to happen. Although what it wouldn't surprise me is their plan is, okay, you just buy this one box of Marines, and then you buy a kit that allows you to change their weapons and loadouts to be whatever faction you want. Because that's what it's looking like they're doing right now with a lot of boxes, is, oh, just buy Primaris and then buy the upgrade kit to turn them into Salamanders. Then they will be forgotten. They're not a... So, they're complicated. They're a successor chapter in the sense of they're somebody's successor chapter. We just don't know whose. They're more... There's a reason why some people are like, oh, it's the Night Lords. Some they're a loyalist Night Lords. Others are like, no, they're... Fuck, what's the good guy? What are they called? What are the Imperiums? What's fucking Raven Boys? Yeah. They're Raven Guard or Night Lord, although I've heard one group suggest that they might even be somebody else's. Yeah, they're complicated. They're most like Lurka said, they're most likely a chimera of a few different factions. But we have no clue. See, I need to figure out a way to turn this into a display case so you can see all the minis in this box. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we've done 9 actually, because we've done these 6 and these 3. Well, okay, so here's the problem. Here's the problem, Wolfie. GW doesn't own the Space Sharks. They're a fan-made thing. That's why they're a successor chapter. They're a fan-made thing. Yeah. That's why their Terminator armor is no longer allowed to be used, because you can only have one of his 2 weapons. You either can have the claw or you can have his chainsword. You can't have both. 7 so far. Yeah, I don't know how many we're planning to do. To be fair, I've gotten lucky, and they're duplicates with just slightly different paint schemes. Yeah, Tybros is the one who got screwed over, because Tybros is the only one whose weapons loadout isn't canon anymore, or isn't allowed to be used. So it kind of sucks for him. I think we might have just enough time to paint these guys up, because these guys are just a flesh tone with like purple stuff on these hand tentacle things. So let's get these guys done real quick. I think we'll use some Gilliman flesh or something just so we can really paint them quick. That's snakebite leather. I don't want snakebite leather. I want... Let's not use Fire Slayer. You're Agrax. I will need you for something. That's Dark Oath. Keep forgetting I have 2 Dark Oath. Where's Gorilla Boy? There it is. Yeah, to be fair, Wolfie, unless the faction gets mentioned in like a book or like some form of canon, they tend to not be used by GW too often. They exist in a gray zone where it's like, they exist, but not really. Are they in an official codex? I didn't think they were, Lurka. I didn't think they were, Wolfie. Like, if they're mentioned, that's one thing. It's another if they're actually, like, canon. Sorry, Nero, if we scared you off. Okay, I think we're going to come in with some Reichland just to add some, like, gory mess to some parts so it looks like the muscles are stretching way more than they should be. Okay, I need a good pink. Oh, they have like a metal thing on their head. Interesting. Makes things a little bit more interesting when I do this now. Yeah, they're an unknown founding. We do know that. They are an unknown founding. There's... Huh. Oh, interesting. Alright. Ooh, that's gotta be bone. They can be from the Raven Guard because they can fight. That's the thing. They're kind of both because they have a lot of stuff that are Night Lords and they have a lot of stuff that are Raven Guard. I've seen reasonings for both. It's very likely they might be just a chimera of both. And just like the pre-Primaris guys are probably one or the other. Honey, you're okay. We're not bashing you. I'm just saying they're one of those factions. I've heard reasons for both. And it gets fans really angry if you say one or the other. Where's my bone white? There it is. Speak your mind, hon. No. What? Speak your mind. Wolfie, honey, I don't want you to feel like you're getting pushed out. Oh, there's so many figures if they did that they would. But the problem is they can't make everybody happy. They have to make their bottom line happy. And the problem is their bottom line is they need to produce minis as fast as possible, not make boutique ones. Yeah. GW... I would love GW to make... I would love if GW made a... Listen, I would love if GW finally made a plastic Titan. Because it would drop the price in half. But they're not going to do that. Same as making a plastic Thunderhawk. They're never going to do it. I mean, the Lords of Votan are the closest we're going to get back to space dwarves. And the only reason we got those is because people kept complaining for years that they wanted the space dwarves back. GW didn't want to make them. Because, like the original female Space Marines, they didn't sell well. But to be fair, what they did is they took those molds of the female Space Marines and created the... Technically, they created the Sisters of Battle from those. But they were originally called Female Marines. So... Honey... Be careful. We're all about having fun here, but be responsible. If you're getting that drunk, you probably... That's not funny, honey. This is the funny thing, the nice thing about contrast and speed paints, I can paint stuff really, really fast. So, I'm getting through a lot of models, minis that I probably wouldn't have normally gotten through. And I don't know how I feel about that. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where's my one that looks like concrete? There it is. I don't like the fact that it feels like there's something flopping around in there. Alright, so let's see here. So Lurka has Monster Hunter, and I think I have one of the Monster Hunters. I just don't know which one. I kind of, if we're going to play... I don't know. Community night, I feel like we should be able to have as many people join as possible. That's kind of why I was looking at like Smash or Mario Kart or something. Like, there's got to be a game that everybody in Discord and everybody on here most likely has. To be fair, those are all very good factions, hon. But here's the problem, sweetie. There are no wolves on Fenris. So where'd the dogs come from? To be fair, that's a comment that Magnus the Red said about Fenris. So we don't really know how true that is. But that would be infitting for Games Workshop for 40k lore. That the Wolfen are just failed Space Marines. Yeah. Magnus the Red basically comments at some point in one of the Horus Heresy novels that basically there are no wolves on Fenris. Now, depending on how you take that context, he's either talking about there are no physical wolves on Fenris. The Space Wolves are all bark and no bite. Well, they're werewolves is more like it, because they're more than likely their gene fault is that they basically are werewolves. They go into a more feral state of mind. Blood Angels have the whole they turn into bloodthirsty vampires. Magnus's is they basically have a really good connection to the warp, but they turn to dust really quickly. 1,000 Suns. Which is why there's only 1,000 of them. Leman Russ's gene fault is probably they are more animalistic, which is why they turn into Wolfen. I don't remember the Salamander's gene fault. Blood Angels, they turn into vampires. Salamanders, what is the Salamander's gene fault? Because they're the only ones that don't seem to really have a detrimental... I wish it was something as cool as that. No, I think... They do have some mutants that kind of start to turn into dragons. Most likely it's their gene. They don't really seem to have a gene fault, or at least they haven't. Yeah, the Blood Angels with their thirst, the Space Wolves, the Canis Helix and tendency for fangs to grow longer with age, sprout fur in odd places and scratch sniff each other's... Yeah, it's a joke. Have no defects along with the Ultramarines, Imperial Fists. Most of the loyalist chapters don't really know what their gene flaw is. Apparently the Dark Angels don't have one. Or if they have one, they're very good at hiding it. Ultramarine... So, basically Big E put gene flaws into all of his sons when the time came that he had to put them down. If he had to put them down. We know for a fact that Sanguinius knew that some of his sons were falling to the thirst, but the minute he fell, all of them started doing it. All of them started to have the effects of it, even the Lamenters. Space Wolves. We do know they start to grow fangs. They start to become more animalistic. The closest we can get with the Salamanders is the fact, by default... Yeah. By default, their skin doesn't matter what their skin was skin tone was before they took on the gene seed. Their skin will become like ash black, or at least will have an ash black tone, and they have glowing red eyes. Some of them will start to grow horns and scales like dragons, and some consider that to be a blessing. Others are just like, no, that's a mutation. Fuck that. Yeah. Well, okay, so Vulcan depends on the artwork. He either has black skin or he has ash skin, like what I was talking about. It's kind of a we don't know. But I think it's like one of those things you can still tell what their original skin tone was. He's complicated, because, yeah, he has his whole... He's a perpetual, which is potentially what the Emps is like too. But the problem is the Emperor has to stay on his golden throne or else Terra will fall. What do we feel? These guys look good enough? Sweet. Don't think we have enough time to paint anything else tonight. If I didn't have work, I would maybe paint one more. Okay, where are you two going? No. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and turn this into a... Didn't we do her last week, Lurka? So these are some of the ones I've already painted. There are more that are under my feet. I just don't feel like pulling them all out. Eventually I will figure out how to mount this box so you can see all these minis. I'm not saying no, I'm just asking, didn't we raid her last week, Lurka? Here, let me switch over to just chatting. To be fair, I have figured out your pattern for picking people. Alright, so let's look here. We've got... some art, Dead by Daylight, Dark Souls 3, feels yeah. Let's try and see if there's anybody we haven't. I hate the fact that the only good option is... I hate that I don't have a lot of good options tonight. Then again, it's Monday. Well, at least stay for the raid so we can support whoever we're going to go raid. To be fair, it's Mother Nocturna because nobody else is standing out to me. Alright, Lurker, you win. Nobody else was exactly standing out. Chaotica looked interesting, but she's doing art, and I don't... Nah. We just did an art stream. Alright. Yeah, we rated her last Wednesday. Alright, fine. We'll do it again. But to be fair, you're the only one who speaks up. Alright. So let's go raid Mother Nocturna. She's playing some Dead by Daylight. I don't know if she's doing Killer tonight or if she's trying to survive. I'm pretty sure she's trying to survive considering that new fucker. So, we will be back tomorrow. Jazza, I forget his YouTube channel. He makes them, and he has 3D printer parts for him. And I think he has bits that you can put onto your regular Marines to turn them into Space Bears. They are. That's exactly what they are. That's what Jazza set them up to be. They are successor chapters to a Space Wolf. Go look up Jazza on YouTube. Or just look up Space Bears, and you'll find his stuff. But, as I was starting to do my outro, but let me get this raid cooking. Tomorrow, I know what the schedule says, if you saw my schedule. I know it said we were going to do Pseudo Regalia. We're actually going to do more of the Splatoon 3 DLC. Because I want to try and at least get halfway through that. No, I'm not friends with him, hun, but I also have... I'm just telling you if you want to check him out. We can talk on Discord. I will be back tomorrow with the Splatoon DLC. We'll talk on Discord. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, my lovelies.